Welcome back, everyone. A bit of a different camera angle today, but we are here to play 2.5 and also to roll for Carlotta's weapon. So, it's you can see Carlotta's weapon is on radar. Oh, not Carlotta, Cantarella. I mean, Cantarella is on radar. Which means her weapon is on rate up also. So we are going to be rolling for Cantarella's weapon a bit later. We've got a few rolls there, but let's see if we can get a bit more. I would like her weapon. It's pretty good. That's how I see it. This way. It's pretty good. Gives bonus crit damage, increased attack up. And then after casting an Echo 3 skill, which she has three of them, chat, she's got three of them. She gets one stack of Gentle Dream, and then that's actually insane. Alright, let's try one multi first, and then we'll play the story. Alright, skip that one. Oh, not bad. Alright, let's go onto the story. Let's track this. Yep, let's go.
Ma! Pour me another!
Wow!
They're drunk. Guess this is where we gotta go. Abby.
Muggy day. Sky's gloomy, air's all wet.
I hate those days.
Oh, man. At least let me finish my sentence. Ugh. Ugh. Cold, cold, cold. Oh. All right. I'm famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna.
Sprinting? My goodness.
Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half! Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
Oh, that. Don't worry, money's not an issue.
I mean, it was before. I didn't really have enough to upgrade.
Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimon is built straight to the F4's palace.
Nice.
But I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the champ of the Great Aegon. And you know me. If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. Yeah, no leftovers, guaranteed.
Good way to go about it.
Free stay, free meal. Reserve really knows how to treat guests. Maybe we should, hang around a bit longer. This smells amazing.
Looks good too. Imagine prawns that big. My goodness.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia's right, the last clues should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus.
Alright, where is that?
We're so close to the finish line. Just one step away. But our pace has slowed.
Relax. We're already back in Septimon. What's the rush? I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus. And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacit discords. Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Afra's invite did say something about a big hunt.
Okay.
Huh, that reminds me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
Okay.
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so our meeting's postponed. Looks like it'll be a while. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. I don't like the feel of it. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the Great Aegon, the messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
You think so? I've only met her a few times, but I doubt she acts on such simple impulses.
True, she wouldn't.
And as the Ephor, can she really thoughtlessly do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar, you possess eyes as clear as crystal. But
Who is this?
what troubles you so that eyes
like
once
Hermes.
bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds? A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles. The clouds, if I may guess, are cast from the throne. At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets lie buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power. Even one as honorable as the Epher must learn when to be ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife. I am Nestor, a traveling poet. The rains in Septimont never seem eager to leave this season. So then,
Septimont has
if
a
you
wet
are
season, eh?
curious about the Ephor, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of the Great Aegon.
Okay.
Wait, how do you know she's the champion? And all that stuff about the F-Word, too. Huh? Your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option.
Okay.
Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and its protagonist is none other than Augusta, the Ephor of Septimont.
Okay.
That's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
What's that? Oh, one.
I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
Okay, okay. Then tell me about Augusta.
Augusta.
What a cool splash art.
A girl of humble birth. A resonator of modest talent. A commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose and eventually claimed her place. Just like the burning sun was once a cloud of dust.
Oh, poetic. Poetic. Right. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. This is real cool. This little effect with the cards. That's so cool. Okay. Cool. Oh, that 3D effect is so cool. A gentle warm light begins to blur your vision, and you slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimonian gladiators stands guard around her. Hey kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the Dark Tide did to your home, and we're here to help. Boldly observe the man in front of you. Nice. Different choices will change the corresponding stat values. What is this? Hell? Okay. You must be hungry. Here. This should be enough to keep you from starving for now. We can take you to Septimont City. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times, they'll never hold against the Dark Tide. You don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. The gladiators shake their heads and pat your shoulder. Oh. Okay. Okay. In the end, you chose to leave the village. The gladiators' words revealed a bitter truth. You lacked the strength to protect the home you were leaving behind. In your travels, you engage with the gladiators. Following the gladiators, you arrive in the city of Septimont by ship. You wave them goodbye after arriving at the central square. Meanwhile, you notice the square is crowded with citizens. A poster for the gladiators' Aegon is pinned to a wooden board. The air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. You must know, Septimont reveres strength. Here, only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. Eat or be eaten. Such is the way of this city. To survive, you'll have to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize that gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there's a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. As you leave, you notice that 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter: identity, status, and talent. They seem to be an essential part of gladiating. There are always these commoners who view the Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery, but we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence, a warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Wanna have a little bet on how many mangry rats are gonna try for the Aegon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. You were determined to step onto the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back, someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, and perhaps even teach you to see the fight through to the end. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Kato. Kato is a retired gladiator star, but takes on a few proteges. So you want to join the Aegon, you say? Why don't you start by telling me a little about yourself? You recall the discussions about gladiators, identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Septimont seem to value these more than anything. You choose to speak honestly about your path. The dark tide took you home, and you came to Septimont seeking strength. Is that so? You've got some metal, but that's not gonna cut it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams, only to see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough of idiots like you. What now? You're still here? What now? Still here, are you? You think your stubbornness will change my mind? Pathetic. Alright then, let's have a duel. Land one strike and you win. If you manage that, I'll teach you how to be a true gladiator. This duel here is your entrance trial. Blades meet in a sharp clash. Kato moves with practiced ease. You are quickly defeated. Strengthless, do you realize how weak you are? Do you really know who you're fighting against? Can you really best me? You can't. Now how do you plan to end this? Back for round 2, are we? Country rats like you sure are pestering as the city folks say you are, huh? Just like last time, you aren't much of a challenge to Kato. You are swiftly beaten once again. Go back. This is not your path. Too slow. Too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. Is that your best? How naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate. You've lost. Still not ready to give up? Why don't you sell your sword? It'll get you some food at least. stand before Kato again, dragging your exhausted body, nearly at your limit. The wind swept up by the blade whispers past, and you're suddenly home. Soft sunlight cascades on the great oak leaves, and you hear your friends' laughter, your parents' gentle calls. But in the very next breath, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. That touch, you know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind, and your hand instinctively grips the sword hilt. You seize the opening and land a hit on Kato. Kato hands you his sword and turns to leave. In Septimon's arena, the victor claims the weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. This sword is now yours. If you are determined to bite off that crown, do not fall before you get there. Augusta, that's your name, isn't it? The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectators may brand you with a number, a symbol, or even the name of some wild beast. And only the last one standing has the right to reclaim their true name. Ooh, that's interesting. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? Oh, that's fun.
Fail enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness? Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold.
I see.
And yet, as the first stanza of an epic, this is nothing extraordinary.
True, true.
Since the lament, across the scorched lands of Solaris, I've heard this story repeat itself, again and again. Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page of a story. Courage, glory, and honor. Such immortal virtues have been etched in tablet and stone. They are never forged overnight.
True.
Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every twist of fate, tangling with every insignificant choice we make.
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about, and the F word we saw in the arena. No way they're the same person.
Look at how good that rain looks. This game is ridiculous.
A girl far from home, arriving in the city upon Capitolini Hill in pursuit of strength. No title, no status, no wealth. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now.
There
Do
might
you
be
mean
one.
Kato? Do you believe Kato handed her that final victory on purpose? And that his scathing words were a test of her resolve?
Maybe I'd long grown tired of that corrupt system.
Then Kato must have been an idealist, to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Interesting. But before we do the next, let's try rolling for another weapon. Ah. to get 5 more weapons things anyway. What's my pity looking like? Wrong thing. Check pity. Five, 10, 15, 15. Wait, what's a Lethian and an elegy? I'm not even near soft pity. Just wanted to get here early. Before we do the next story, I did want to finish this after story before we continue. Oh, this rain is so cool. Jump, attack, jump, attack, jump, jump, attack, jump, jump, attack, jump, attack, dodge, fly, jump, attack, dodge, fly, yeah.
Are we there yet?
Lupa.
You've come, warrior.
Oh, she's drunk.
Are you drinking?
Just wheat juice.
Sure. Wheat juice.
Ah, today you... Oh, you smell nice. Like dried wheat. Warm.
She's drunk.
My forte gave me the tail. But it seems my nose is keener than most. Huh. It's good to have my fellow warrior by my side.
Lupa, you've had enough wheat juice. Sit. Take a break for a moment.
Even though it's over, there's still a heaviness. A drink helps.
Fair.
I've sent word to the F4's palace about Domina Julia. But finding the silvers that fled will take time. 4 years ago, Augusta won the title of champion. Since becoming F4, much of the corruption tied to the arena has been cleared. If Mia had lived, perhaps things would have been different. Sometimes I wonder, what would my life have been like if my parents hadn't handed me over to the Silvers when we first came to Septimont?
There's a lot of parental stuff in this patch.
Just like one of those
In
stories
these after stories.
with the different endings.
Have you ever thought about living a different life, Lupa?
No need. I'm content with what I have. For everything gained, something is lost. But through it all, I met you. That's enough. Life is an arena. Victory and defeat are a part of that. No one wins forever. The more victories, the higher the expectation, and the heavier the weight of defeat. Do you fear that one day you might face defeat?
Oof. Yeah, that's probably why we erased our memories.
You seem to live to meet others' expectations. This is what you're used to, I'd say. Even if one day you meet defeat, remember this. Those you've helped will never let you face it alone. I may not have your strength, but should you call, I will meet you on the battlefield, no matter the distance.
And these after story artworks are phenomenal.
I swear it, by the eternal sun, my fellow warrior.
They're picturesque. So good. Nice. I want to go back here. Track. Oops, didn't mean to teleport. Just meant to track it.
Not to brag, but I downed that Kerasaur with just one blow.
What? Big doubt. Big doubt. Let's listen to part 2. Dawn breaks with a pale glow. A month has already passed under Kato's training, and today the grind continues. You arrive at the training site, repeating the same moves over and over again. Repeating the same moves over and over again has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to take a look at their training. Oh my goodness. A lot of that went down. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone, facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Days slip by, and the gladiator's Aegon draws near. Today, Kato will give you one final lesson. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others. You meet Kato's gaze, and he reads the answer in your eyes. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your mind, your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? You're aware that sponsors for the Gladiators Aegon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants, figures beyond your reach, except, perhaps, in the underground arena. These are all top of the line merchandise I got here. Okay, to have a look. Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. The audience cast their eyes in your direction. However, all you receive is constant laughter in return. These laughs, so they really did have a hand in that disaster. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of the gladiators existed only to serve their desires. Well, well, a village girl with such unremarkable forte, dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last time Septimon had a joke this amusing. My god. What can you offer? Prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win you favor? Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. Entertainment, you say? In Septimon, strength defines worth. We should not be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. You turn your view towards the voice. With heavy steps, a well-dressed old-school noble walks down from the stands towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats, as the Septimonians had put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. I engage only in profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you. Survive them, and we may speak further, brave young lady. I see. Poor Augusta. Seems like she's had to, suffer so much. Reputation and willpower. Health, math, willpower, reputation. I see. You accept the noble's trials, though trials is too fine a word for something intended only to break you. Outside the walls of Septimon City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide, your homeland. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay that beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. The mountain trail winds like a serpent. Among the charred tree stumps, dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. Shh! Get down! You're trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll alert it. You turn around and see a hunter. Just then, a massive beast roars and walks past where you're hiding. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Going by those clothes, you're a Septimonian gladiator, hey? I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. We're nothing but their playthings. The skills honed for battle are now merely tools for survival. Septimont has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Only a madman would go after that lion. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell, and make preparations for the hunt to gain more knowledge of your prey. You choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you've managed to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the deep cave. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly. Then, a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears. The lion beast. Fire from the nether dance amid its golden mane, while claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. As you expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again, and you decide to... Just before the lion beast pounces at you, you slash with all your strength at the stalactite above. It crashes down into the lion's gaping jaws. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull, and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. The trial has ended, and you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down into the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. The critter's panic plunges you into reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes the second trial upon you. Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all the warriors of Septimon have 2 lives. One by their parents, and the other by their sword. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hand as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you're worthy of standing in the arena. To get the admission pass for the Aegon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimond. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see when you will fall. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry those swords? You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challenges. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapons. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job and a substantial fortune, if you walk away from the duel. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spits curses in your face. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't be getting any. The scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There is no point in talking sense into an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent Sion, and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. I have won, and I achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? Your gilded lies shatter before real strength. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords. 99 opponents defeated. Now, only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you, except one. Aridel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with the powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Aridel, you arrive as promised. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs yours, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Aridel's armor is unusually heavy. You're all too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. You then shift your pace, luring Aridel into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grow loose, his reactions sluggish. Your sword stops just before the neck of Septimon's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. Stab! 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 Kill! 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 In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Aridel's sword and then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Aridel is merely made of Septimonian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arsenosa. I know, it has never tasted defeat. People say it's a peak no human can ever reach, the last wall of Septimon. But alright guys, I'm just going to eat because I'm starving and it is 1 o'clock. So I'm going to pause the stream and then I'll come back to 2.5 a bit later. Thanks for joining me in this one, and I'll catch you in the next one later today.